Hi guys, John here, Mr. Forex Fire, and this is my Forex Fire Friday weekly vlog, as I always do. Let's just take a look. It is the 22nd of October, and it's obviously the Friday. This is my weekly sort of vlog. The reason I do these is it just simply lets me look back on a diary aspect on what I've done on a week to week. I like to share on what I've done, where I've been, what I've been doing, where I'm heading, and what is going on in the near future. So first of all, I've been getting more in depth with regards to some daily videos that I do on YouTube. You've possibly obviously seen them on my wall, and also if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see that I've been going heavily on a 1 minute scalp, going into what we call a 2 hour time frame, setting our goalposts. And what we're going to do, we're going to have a quick look and share the screen on this. I'm just going to show you exactly where we are with it. Okay. So it's this sort of preference. Today's session, I was going over, just ignore that, I'm just uploading something at the moment to YouTube. So I was going over things like, not imbalance, we were going over structure points, liquidity, okay, and then breaker structures. So there's a video on that which should be uploaded before this one is, to be fair. Each day that I do these videos, okay, so if I go on a higher time frame, you will see on my chart I've got every day that I've been trading, what's been going on. So it's leaving a footprint of what I've been looking at and things like that. And I've been enjoying doing this, and I was only going to set out to do this for 4 weeks to show you guys exactly what I do and the way I trade and how it's profitable. And with that being said, I've got over, at the moment, 4 weeks worth of trading. I've been profitable at the end of every week. So again, standing in good stead with regards to the consistency. This helps me grow my confidence as well. This week has been a slower week than usual, simply because we've just kept our head above the water. We ended in 0.07, believe it or not, very minimal sort of profit, but still overall we are on a 41.92%. Now our 41.92% could quite easily have been 70% because I took a trade yesterday, but the trade ended and went to a 1 to 5 on the asymmetrical stuff outside of my 2 hour time zone. Now, for that purpose, it doesn't get documented on this sheet. This is only getting documented between the time I actually start the recording to the time I stop the recording. Okay, so, but I did say towards the end of the video what was going on with it and what I anticipated. When we come back on this morning session, I just said what had happened and it came to fruition. So again, it did come out, but we just stick with what we have within those 2 hours of trading. So that's where we are with that. It's a fantastic thing that I'm doing with this, to be fair. A lot of people are getting some great use out of this. Again, a shout out to Peter, because I know Peter watches these things. He's been implementing this stuff and doing it himself, albeit he's been doing it in demo, and he's been seeing even greater success than what I'm doing on this, because he's pushing the asymmetrical stuff. I think he's on about 70% or thereabouts for this month as it is. So he's doing fantastic with it. From there, guys, I mean, obviously I do these each day from 8:30 till 10:30. That's not going to change. We go into the session beforehand identifying structure points, and then from there we work out what's going on with regards to a breakout, and then we go for liquidity breaker structures, and then we get in on the order blocks. On this, we normally find at worst zero trades if it's in an accumulation or a distribution phase or a consolidation, as we call it. on average 1 to 3 trades. In all honesty, I think the most I've had out of these 2-hour sessions is around about 3 trades or 4 trades. I think I've had at one point. But again, we only risk a minimal amount until we get that growth, and then we use the asymmetrical. From there, guys, I do have my funded account. Now, this is a different approach to what I have been doing. Okay, so with this approach, I'm going to be using this sort of stuff with the 1 minute scalp. Okay, ignore all this at the moment. I was in quite a bit of drawdown simply because I was using longer term trades. Excuse me, I'm tired. So I was using longer term trades here. The moment I went back to do my bits of scalp and I started getting my consistency back, we are just above break even at the moment. So for me, moving forward using this, I can now use this account based upon the structure and how that 1 minute scalp is. So I will only be trading the 1 minute scalper between the hours of 8:30 and 10:30, and I'll be documenting it live on this sort of stuff as well. I might not get in all the trades that I get on the trading view itself, simply because obviously it can be fast paced with regards to having to do the commentary on what the analysis and bias are, but I will be most certainly getting in on certain trades with regards to this sort of entity. From there, the program rules on this, just to run through, it's a 10K account. Okay, it's important that you're happy with it when you're trading. That's just the rule 1, the trading consistency. Let's just see if I can get the programs on here. So this is a rapid account that I'm starting with. Okay, so the rapid account, this is the rules for that certain account, just so I can let you know. And there'll be a link in the description below if you want to get involved with this. Now, I found that using FTMO, there's a time restriction with regards to so many days. Over the last 3 or 4 times I've done the FTMOs, I've always getting towards the back end of the trading month, and I've always just see it being short. So then there's a little element of pressure to get that last percent or the last couple of percent. So you can sort of head into issues with regards to getting into silly trades that you don't really need to. This is where it differs on my Forex funds. Okay, this is a rapid account. Now, this is for obviously the ultimate beginner. For me, I thought I would give this one a try first. It's a 5% daily drawdown based on your balance or equity. So that's doesn't matter whether you're in so much profit, your 5% always starts from where your starting block is. Okay, so again, you don't want to be risking too much each day. You can just steadily grow your balance. However, your overall drawdown, this is where these differ, is 12%. Normally it's 10% or 6% or whatever on other prop firms. This is 12%. The daily drawdown is 5%. So you never want to go into too much percentage risk. Okay, so you've got to be being consistent. The consistency rules there. I'm on an NC here. Okay, what the NC here is a non-consistency account. So anything that I get profit-wise, I'll get paid out on a monthly basis. Okay, on a monthly basis. And at the moment, it is only 12% while you're going through the process of being consistent, up until you can get your 10% gained. Once you get 10% gained, they will then up the percentage by quite a bit to pay you out. At this time, they will pay you straight away, but it's only 12% while you're going through the process of learning. And the non-consistency account is there is no risk parameters on there. You still got to show sort of the consistency where you're not going to violate the account, but you'll get paid on the monthly basis. On the consistency account side of things on this, you would need to stay within certain parameters, certain lot sizes within the trading regime. Okay, and just to confirm, you have to trade at least 3 different days a week on these accounts. which is quite easily, to be fair, because if I'm using a scalping technique, you can get in and out on these quite regular, okay? But with the consistency rule account, you'll get paid every 2 weeks on this, okay? So that's the difference on that. There's the 3 days a week. They call it a 3-day a week rule. There's no restrictions on the instrument or lot size that you want to use at any time. However, on the consistency rule, you have to stay within a parameter on there. So I've got no restrictions on mine, and the payout increases over time as you grow with the company, okay? So the benefit on this, guys, is simply I don't have 30 days to get the 10%. I can take it steadily with this, take my time, and then get to where I need to be. So, which is good for me. I can just get on with what I do day to day, whether it's the video content I produce here, or if it is just doing them odd 2-hour sessions on a morning and then just building the account like that. I think this is a better approach for me. From there, the plan on these is $99 for a 10K account. That's what I'm heading towards on this at the moment. I'm not rushing into anything. I'm just going to appreciate that I do have that extra time to do this. And I think that's the way forward for the way I want to approach these funding accounts, to be fair. That being said, I've got things in place for an FTMO account, which I'm testing on a back test at the moment, which is involved with scalping with gold, a technique which is scalping with gold. And so far, it's been good with that. This week alone on the FTMO, on a demo account, the scalping and back testing this, I've shown around about on a 100K account, because that's what I ultimately want to get towards. On a 100K account, I've made about $500 of profit for this week. You've got to trade over so many days on a demo. So on that, I'm going to turn the dial a bit on that, because the technique I've got and the lot sizes I've been using, the scalping technique, it's doing pretty well. There hasn't been much drawdown or anything like that on that. So I'll keep you updated on that one. Other than that, guys, obviously we've got the Discord channel, which I have. I just open that just to give you access and to say that, because there's a lot of people that watch these videos have not seen the Discord that I've got. So again, we have a lot of engaging activity in here. We've got training structure, identifying stuff with Fibonacci's, equal highs, equal lows, and things like that. I've got homework sessions you can go through and go through that sort of stuff. You can see what people are pulling in on currency strength stuff for 54 pips, 216, 213, 54, 122. And there's a good results within this that's coming in, to be fair. Again, 873, 751. So that's just one of the many good things we have on here. On there as well, you will find, let's just take a look. I've got supply and demand areas where you can come in and learn about that. We've got the challenge chat. So if you're going through a challenge, you can see on here. This is one I did not long ago. I passed, it was, I forget how many K it was. It was a small account, but we passed that. We got all the passes on that. From there, let's just take a look. Yeah, we've got Bodders, who's very active. Ross is very active in the group. He's doing really well here. I have quite regular chats with Ross. He's a great guy, good trader as well. And then we've got the members chat area, obviously, where people will come in and they can chat on a more personal level. From there, guys, I mean, that's around about it for this week. I'm just going to stop the share and have a bit more of a chat. Where I'm heading and what I'm doing. So that's what I've been doing this week. I've basically got the account on the Forex, my Forex funds, back to the break-even area, which I'm happy with. I've now got my workstation loaded up And again, if we just go on to the share the screen, I just want to, like I say, I like to be transparent with everybody, and people like to see the journey that I'm doing. So as you can see on here, you can see this is my workstation on a day-to-day basis. It's not fantastic, it's not the best, but I'm comfortable. It's what works for me. Got my Mac computer, the brand new 2021 Mac. I do my live recordings on here as I'm trading, and then I've got my laptop at the side where I've got my MT4, which I trade from. So as I'm looking on here and analyzing, I'll look on the charts on here, pull the trigger on here. I've got this little buddy thing here. Where are we at? This little thing here is a magic keys. This helps me massively in my trading. So there'll be a link in here below as well with regards to what this is and what it does. What you can see is it's got individual buttons on here. So you've got things like open your calculator, and that sort of opens up the risk to reward on your MT4. You have a dashboard here, and then from there, you can have market pending. You can do target one-to-ones, input your pips. You can set this up so it automatically risks a certain percent when you open up your trade. So when you hit the open calc, it automatically calculates everything for you. You hit one button, set where things go with the lines, and hit market pending, and then open trade. From that, it just basically risks the percentage that you have preset in the software, which is fantastic. From there, you can set partial take profits on areas. So when it comes to mitigate onto them, it closes certain profits out, and then it moves your stop loss on a trailing aspect. Great bit of kit, a little bit pricey, but at the same time, for what it does for me, if you do scalp, this is a lifesaver. If you're more long term, then I would, like I say, I'm open and honest, this wouldn't be for you. This little keypad, it's designed and geared towards the scalpers, to be fair. So that's where I'm at on my workstation. This is where, like I say, I get up on a morning around about 7 o'clock, get the kids ready for school and things like that. I start my recorded sessions 8:30, and I do them to 10:30. And this is where I work. I have my mug of tea, my stand for my phone, my laptop, my Mac, and the keyboard for the Mac and the mouse. And that's what I love to do. And then I upload my day-to-day things on here and update everybody on what I'm doing. That's where I'm at with that, and where I'm heading in the near future. Just stop the share. Just thought I'd share that little bit of me little workstation with you. From there, where I'm heading in the near future as well, obviously we've got the Forex funds account. We're going to be heading towards using the scalping method on that, see what we can do on growth with that. FTMO, like I say, I'm concentrating on demoing a scalping method on gold and gold only. And I just want to see how that reacts. I want to close in on 3 accounts, and I want the 3 accounts to win. If I get 3 confirmations on the 3 accounts, okay, I will possibly then let everybody in on what I'm doing with that, with the gold to get through on the demos and that. Because for me, yeah, you can pass a demo on FTMO pretty easy, to be fair, but can you do it consistently? Which is why I'm sort of going through the motions of trying 3 separate accounts. So we're going into the later part of this year, to be fair, and it's flown over 2021. But what I'm getting at, in all honesty, is FTMO is around about a month's worth of trading. So if you think about it, obviously we're heading from October into November very soon. So we're heading towards the Christmas season. So if I do this gold FTMO challenge and it comes on the first one, there's 2 weeks or a week's worth of trading. Then I've got another week or 2 of challenges to do as well on the gold, because I want to do 3. I'm going to be heading into possibly the December with the FTMO scalping on the gold. Now, I don't really want to be risking trading through the month of December on the gold with FTMO, if that makes sense. So I'm going to get as many of these FTMO scalpings on gold as I can through and past, just to give me the confidence of the consistency, and then possibly heading into the beginning of next year, which is what was my ultimate goal. I might try and do this FTMO on the big 100K, because if I'm going to go for 100K, it's possibly going to be with FTMO, in fairness. And then from that side of things, that's the goal where I'm at the moment. I did want the 100K before the end of this year, but we tried once or twice and we failed. We failed a couple of times. Silly mistakes on one, the other one, again, another silly mistake. But again, I'm raw, I'm honest, and I'm open with anything. I don't hide behind anything. I passed a fully funded account with Fidel Crest, albeit they were a bit funny with me. So, I mean, obviously that was another story for another vlog that I done. From there, there's no other sort of challenges that I'm doing at the moment. So what I do like is, obviously I'm getting a lot of support with what I do on the Discord at the moment. So there's a big shout out to all the mods that help me on there. I do appreciate everything that you guys do. If you want to become part of that or get involved with that, there's a little join button underneath here. Just show your support for the channel. If you say I'm giving you value in what I do with these, whether it's through giving you the raw, honest approach on what I'm doing on a week-to-week basis, what I'm setting myself as goals and targets moving forward, and what are my further goals going into the near future. If that's giving you any sort of motivation and you're liking this sort of stuff and you want to continue and you want to come inside of this, hit the little join button, become a Spark or a Fire member, and I'll give you access to this. But you'll also get a full sort of immersion of having access to myself as well. I help as many people as I can. Those that support me, I support them back full-heartedly. And again, I do genuinely mean that, because now I'm doing this full-time from home, because I've sort of been doing this for 4 years, but I've earned my way through and pushed and self-discipline, get myself to a aspect where I can actually do this full time from home. So I'm enjoying it. And like I say, looking back on what I do on these on a week-to-week basis, it sort of keeps me accountable, because what I see today is what I write down on my notes. I write down on my notes, I'm going to be doing this, this, and this. I go to implement all that, and then I see where I'm at structure-wise and where and what I can attain. And I'm loving it. So again, guys, thank you very much. That's been me, John, Mr. Forex Fire. Again, find my handsome face all over the internet. Just search for Forex Fire. I'm sure you'll see this handsome Geordie face. I will see you all next week, because next week we will be on the 29th of October. So we'll be heading into Halloween weekend on that week. So again, I hope you're enjoying this stuff. Please comment below. Please hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe if you're not subscribing at the moment. And then also, if you want to join this, just show your support and hit that button. Become a Spark or a Fire member, guys. I'll see you later.